Hello and welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Alongside me I have my co-host, Mr. Brody. We'll be bringing you another game for the 1905 season of the New York Giants, featuring using Action PC Baseball. The New York Giants are got a record of 12-5, so this is the 18th game of their season. They're currently on I believe it's an 8-game winning streak. Looking to extend that today, along with a couple of hitters who are looking to extend their personal 8-game winning streak, as you can see right here. Down below, it says down below the manager, John McGrath. So, looking to extend some hitting streaks also. So, without further ado, let's get the game underway.
Welcome to South End grounds for today's game between New York and Boston. New York has won 8 straight, and 8 of their last 10. Boston has lost 5 straight. Joe McGinnity starts for New York. He's made 4 starts on the year and is 3-1 with an earned run average of 1.29. His second start against Boston. He's 1-0 with a 2.00 earned run average against Boston. Chick Frasor will be on the mound for Boston. He's made 3 starts on the year and is 2-1 with an earned run average of 2.00. His second start against New York. He's 0-1 with a 5.14 earned run average against New York. New York center fielder Mike Donlin is riding a 12-game hitting streak. It's 68 degrees, wind speed 4 mph, in from center field. Pitching for Boston, Chick Frasor. Leading off for New York, center fielder Mike Donlin.
So alright, so there you go. So we'll be facing one of the better pitchers from the Beaneaters, Chick Frasor. He's got a record of 2-1 with an ERA of 2. We did beat him. He's got a record of 0-1 against us. But Beaneaters won 1/3 of the Beaneaters games. And Mike Donlin, as you can see, is riding a 12-game hitting streak. So let's give you the lineup for the rest of the New York Giants. So Mike Donlin, center fielder, will bat first. Batting second will be George Brown, the right fielder. Behind the plate, the Hall of Famer Roger Bresnahan, batting third. Batting cleanup will be Dan McGann, first baseman. The left fielder Sam Mertes will bat fifth. Art Devlin is the third baseman, and he'll bat sixth. Bill Dowling, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Second baseman Billy Gilbert will bat eighth, and on the mound, batting ninth, will be Joe McGinnity. So alright, so there's your New York Giants lineup. Playing here in South End Grounds 2 against the Boston Beaneaters. Looking for their 9th straight win of the Giants. So alright, so here we go. So batting first will be Mike Donlin. He's hitting .333 with a homer and 8 runs batted in, 17 runs scored. So he's on a 12-game hitting streak. Chick Frasor's got a record of 2-1, 27 innings pitched, 24 hits allowed, 4 walks and 7 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting .233 off of him. So, let's see what Donlin can do here. See if he can extend his hitting streak and get that out of the way right away. And I don't think it's going to be a hit. It looks like it's going to be an error. So it's going to be an error on Frasor. And Donlin will reach on that. And next up will be George Brown. He himself is riding an 8-game hitting streak. So top of the order, doing very well for the Giants during that whole 8-game hitting streak. One of the reasons why they have that hitting streak. That winning streak. So George Brown up now. We might go a little hit and run here. See if we can force the envelope a little bit. And a successful hit and run. Its runners at the corners as Brown hits one to right field.
Roger Bresnahan.
Brown continues to rake Boston pitching, as it says in the comment section. And Bresnahan, look at this. top 3 hitters all got hitting streaks going on. Bresnahan has a 7-game hitting streak going on, and he is currently hitting .383 with 8 runs batted in, 16 runs scored, 4 doubles and 2 triples. So a great opportunity here for the Giants to get on the board. Table setters are on. This is a windup by Frasor in the pitch. And what do we got going on here? Strike. Delayed strike call there. So 0-1 the count to Bresnahan. And it's going to be in the dirt and inside. Ball 1, so count evens at 1. And it's going to be hit to the outfield. It's going to fall behind the second baseman. So Bresnahan's going to have himself an RBI single. He's going to hold the runner at second.
First baseman, Dan McGinnity.
So the Giants take an early 1-0 lead there. 3 straight hits from there. And all 3 of their, well, actually 2 straight hits and an error. So 2 out of the 3 hitters have extended their hitting streak. So, alright, so runners on first and second for Dan McGann. He's not in the middle of a hitting streak, but he's doing well. He's hitting .311 with 16 runs batted in, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and 4 stolen bases. So Frasor looks in for the sign from Needham. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ball 1 in tight. And count evens at 1, swing and a miss. And it's going to be a liner to the first baseman.
Sam Meredith.
And Tenney will make the catch for the first out of the inning. Sam Merte is up now, hitting .222 with a homer and 9 runs batted in. He scored 11 runs, has 3 doubles and 2 triples, and 3 stolen bases. And he's going to get a fly ball to right.
Third baseman,
Wilhelm will make the catch and throw it back in. Brown will hold at second. So runners on first and second with 2 down for Art Devlin, the third baseman. We have an early score here in the 9th inning. The Washington Senators lead the Philadelphia A's by a score of 2-0. So alright, Art Devlin steps into the box. He's hitting .224 with 12 runs batted in. 8 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, 2 doubles, and a triple. Strike 1, caught the inside corner. Count evens at 1, low and inside. 2-1 the count. Good hitters count here. And he's going to get under 1 here. He's going to pop it up to, looks like, the shortstop.
1 run, 2 hits, 1 error. After 1/2 inning, New York 1, Boston coming to bat. Pitching for New York, Joe McGinnity. Leading off for Boston, shortstop, Ed Abadakio.
Alrighty, so the Giants take a score 1 run. Spot a run from McGinnity. McGinnity is got a record of 3-1 with an ERA of 1.29, 35 innings pitched, 30 hits allowed. Has allowed 1 home run, 10 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .227 off of him. He'll face a lineup of the Beaneaters is as follows. Abaticio, the shortstop, will bat first. Fred Tenney, the manager, will bat second and play first base. Batting third will be Jim Delahanty, a left fielder. Batting cleanup will be Art Ripkenell, the center fielder. Behind the plate, batting fifth will be Tom Needham, getting a start today. Batting sixth will be the second baseman Fred Raymer. Batting seventh, getting a rare start, Bill Lauterborn, third baseman. In right field, batting eighth will be Kaiser Wilhelm. And on the mound, batting ninth will be Chick Frasor. So that's your lineup for the Beaneaters. McGinnity looks in for the sign from Bresnahan. He's the windup in the pitch. And a hot shot to short. Dahlen will come up with it, throw it to first for the out. So a great play by Bill Dahlen. Next up will be the player manager, Fred Tenney. Hitting .301. 5 runs batted in. 6 runs scored, 3 stolen bases, and a double. And another play for Darwin. Throws over to McGann, the second out. Next up will be the left fielder, Jim Delahanty. Struggling so far, hitting only .203. With a homer and 6 runs batted in, 8 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, and a double. So McGinnity looks in for the sign. He has to wind up in the pitch. And Dowling will make all 3 plays.
No runs. No
all
hits,
3 outs.
No errors. After 1 complete. New York 1, Boston 0. Shortstop, Bill Dolan.
Alright, so shortstop makes all 3 plays, and he gets the first at bat here in the second. So it'll be Dolan, Gilbert, and McGinnity at the bottom of the Giants' order up now against Chick Frasor. Bill Dolan's hitting .227 with 15 runs batted in. Has scored 11 runs, 2 stolen bases, a double, and 2 triples. So here's the windup by Frasor. Here's the pitch. And Dolan will draw a leadoff walk.
Billy Gilbert.
So Billy Gilbert up now, hitting .250, 4 runs batted in, 6 runs scored, and a double. I think we might go with a little bunt here. We'll bring up the pitcher. I just like that 8 bunt rating there. I think I might go with it. Let's go. Let's try it out. Here's the bunt. Lays down the bunt. Looks like a good one. And they just get him at first.
Pitcher, Joe.
So he gets his job done. Dowling moves up to second. And now the pitcher, Joe McGinnity. He is hitting .133 with an RBI. Not a bad hitter though overall, so not a bad idea. He's hitting .233 for the season. So we'll see what he can do here. See if he can get that second run home for the Giants. And it's going to be a strike at the knees. Count evens at 1. That one got bounced to the plate. Fell short of the plate. 1-1. 2-1 the count. And it's going to fall in behind second. 69% chance we're going to hold him. McGraw decides no, we're going to hold him. So runners at the corners now. And we have another score. The Philadelphia Phillies lead the Brooklyn Dodgers. Brooklyn, it's not the Dodgers. I can't think of the name. We just got a series done with them. Anyway, but Philadelphia leads Brooklyn 3-0. It'll come to me later on. So Dolan's still trying to super buzz. That's it. I believe it was Brooklyn super buzz. Maybe not. Maybe that was Cleveland. Anyway, all right. So Donlin is up now with runners at the corners and 1 out. Still trying to extend his 12-game hitting streak. Reached on an error in the first and came around the score. See what he can do here. And it's going to be a ball down and away. And a hot shot through the gap. And he gets his 13th. He now has a 13-game hitting streak. Gets an RBI as Dowling scores. Second run for the Giants. Runners are at the corners for George Brown, who extended his hitting streak to 9 games in the first. And he pops one up behind the plate. Needham gives chase, but it's into the stands. 0-1 the count. And it's going to be a dribble down the third base line. It's going to get the run home as McGinnity scores. And it's going to be an infield single. This is no play for Waterbourne. So runners on first and second. Now a 3-0 lead for the Giants. Bresnahan comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Extended his hitting streak to, I think it was 7 games. So strike 1 called. 0-1. He's in the hole quickly. 0-2. And he strikes out on 3 pitches. So 2 down now. for Dan McGann. 0 for 1. 1-0 the count. McGann's got a 7-game hitting streak now after his hit in the... Actually, he had a 7-game hitting streak. I didn't even see that in the first. So apparently the first 4 hitters all have hitting streaks for the Giants. Thus, you can see why they had the record they do. So McGann has got an 1-0 count now. See if he can extend his hitting streak. Quickly falls to 0-2. 1-2 the count. Just a bit outside. Foul ball. And the count evens at full count now, 3-2. So runners will be off with the pitch with 2 out. And he pops one up behind the plate. Needham gives chase, but this one's also going to be into the stands. And he'll draw a 2-out walk. So the bases are loaded now for Sam Mertes. He flied deep down the right field line his first time up. And he hits one to left, and the left fielder Delahunty will make the catch.
Boston 0. Center fielder, Rip Cannell.
Alright, so Rip Cannell will come out to bat first for the Beaneaters, now down 3-0. Beaneaters still looking for their first hit. It's going to be a line to Gilbert, who gives a great jumps up and catches it. It's a great leaping catch by Gilbert, the second baseman. The first out. So the catcher Tom Needham comes to the plate now. He's hitting .324 with 3 runs batted in, 4 doubles and a triple. And a dribble to Gilbert. Over to McGann for the second out.
Second baseman.
So 2 up and 2 down.
Raymer.
Fred Raymer up now. He's the second baseman today. Hitting let's see, what's he hitting? .304 with 3 runs batted in, 7 runs scored, 3 stolen bases, and 5 doubles. And he gets under one here, hits it to left.
No runs.
Mertes will come in and make the catch.
No errors. After 2, New York 3, Boston 0.
So up to 2 full, the Giants lead it 3-0. So Art Devlin up now. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And he pops it up to third. Oh, short actually. Abadicio makes the catch for the first out. Bill Dowling now. He walked his first time up. And he'll pop it up to third. Looks like it's going to be in foul territory. And Lauderborn will make the catch for the second out. Billy Gilbert up now. Sacrifice his first time up. To short, over to first,
no runs,
and that'll do it for the Giants.
No errors. After 2.5, New York 3, Boston 0. Third baseman, Bill Lauderborn.
Alright, so Lauderborn will lead it off for the Beaneaters here in the bottom of the ninth, bottom of the third. The Beaneaters yet to have a base runner. Lauderborn is hitting just .143 in 14 at-bats. And he'll get himself a hit through the hole between first and second. So that's the first hit and first base runner. Kaiser Wilhelm, the right fielder, up now. Hitting .276 with an RBI, 2 runs scored. Ball 1 to count. And I'm going to try a pickoff. He throws over to first. Lauderborn's back safely. And it's going to hit a dribbler short. This could be 2. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Double play.
Pitcher, Chick Frasor.
So the Giants turn 2. And the pitcher Chick Frasor will be up now. He's off to a good start at the plate. 4 hits and 9 at-bats for a 444 clip. 2 doubles and an RBI. And a run scored. And he hits a shot to... Oh, a great play by Dowling. Dowling's making those plays all over the place.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 3,
and that'll be it for the Beaneaters. 3,
Boston 0.
Alright, It's on the bottom of the third. Pitcher McGinnity will lead it off. He's 1 for 1 in the day. And he hits one to short, over to first. Score that at 6-3. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Mike Donlin up now, 1 for 2. And he hits it. I don't know what the second baseman was doing there. Looks like they're going to... Oh, it looks like it's close to Tenney. He's going to get credit for a bad dive. Couldn't come up with it. So George Brown up now, 2 for 2. Extended his hitting streak in the first and added another hit last time up. So 1 out base runner for the... Let's see. I think we're going to give a... we're going to try a stolen base here. So Donald's going to try to steal, and he's got a good jump, but he is nailed. Nailed by Needham. Donlin is the race, caught stealing there. So 2 outs and nobody on now for Brown. And he gets a hit. And a double. Oh, it's going to be a triple possibly. And it is. So that getting caught stealing there hurt and cost the Giants a run there possibly. I say possibly because you never know what could happen. They could have changed the whole strategy if he was still on base. So Bresnahan up now, 1 for 2. Strike 1 at the knees. 1-1 the count, high and away. And count goes to 2-1. And it's a dribble down the third base line, and I think he's going to beat it out.
No runs.
No, he's not. They call him out.
After 3.5.
That looked like surely like he beat him up there, but no instant replay back in 1905. So we're gonna have to go with the call on the field. As John McGar was furious, he thought he was safe. Looked from here from the booth that he was safe. Mr. Brody thinks he was safe. Is that right, Mr. Brody? You think he was safe? Yeah, he nods his head. Yeah, you think he was safe. But it doesn't matter what we think, as that will be the end of the inning. After 3 full, the Giants lead it 3-0. Abadicio up now. He's 0 for 1. And great play by the shortstop there. Wow, he lunged after that one. So great play by Donlin again. Flashing the leather. So Bill Tenney up now. Fred Tenney, sorry. And Donlin's going to make another great play. And he's just all over the place today. So 2 down now for Delahanty. Ball 1. Oh, actually they called Tenney safe there. Yeah, so Donlin was unable to get him. Let's see if we can get him on the pickoff. Back safely. Another score. The St. Louis and Chicago are tied at 2. I mean, are scoreless in the second. Not sure if that's the American League or National League. That is the National League. So St. Louis Cardinals lead, and the Chicago Cubs are scoreless. Taylor against a rollback. Philadelphia 4, Brooklyn nothing in the top of the 4th. Ruggleby battling Scanlon. Washington Senators lead the Philadelphia A's 2-0. Hughes against Bender. And final, St. Louis Browns beat the Detroit Tigers by a score of 8-4. 8-2. Looks like Howell got the win and Mullen the loss. And Frisk was 3 for 4. And those are your out of scores from the out-of-town scoreboard. So 1-0 the count on Delahanty. And he's got himself a single. Poor play by Gilbert. So Donlin's making flashing the leather on the left side, and Gilbert's missing him on the right. So runners on first and second will bring the tying run up on Cannell. Cannell's 0 for 1 in the day. Strike 1. 0-2 the count, quickly in the hole. 1-2. And he strikes him out. That's McGinnity's first strikeout of the day. 2 down now, runners in first and second for Needham the catcher, 0 for 1. Strike one. Curveball. And he hits this one a long way down the left field line, but it's going to go back into the seats on the third base line. So a long foul there. So 0-2 the count on Needham. And he hits one similar down the left field line, and that one's going to be out of play. 1-2 the count. And this time he hits one to center.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors.
Donlin will make the
After
catch.
4 complete. New York 3, Boston 0.
Alright. Dan McGann up now. He's 0 for 1, still trying to extend his 7-game hitting streak. See what he can do now against Frasor. And it falls in behind the first baseman. So all 4 batters, first 4 hitters in the Giants lineup, are all able to extend their hitting streaks. And hopefully we can extend our winning streak here to 9 games. So Sam Merte is up now. With runner on first and nobody out. He just kind of hit away. Ball 1. And count evens at 1. 2-1 the count. Count evens at 2. And he hits this one down the left field line, but foul. And this time line drive to the shortstop Avicio. Doesn't even have to move, makes the catch for the first out. Art Devlin up now, 0 for 2 on the day. Ball 1. And 2-0 the count. And 2-1. We do a little hit and run here. And he's off with the pitch. And it's going to be a poor play by the shortstop. So Avicio dives for it and cannot make the play. So they credit that with a single for Devlin. And runners will be out the corners with 1 out. Bill Dowell, the shortstop, up now. He's 0 for 1 in the day. Foul ball down the third baseline. Count evens at 1. 2-1 the count. And a dribble at a second. We're going to send him home here. And they try turn 2. And they do. So that'll do it for the Giants in the fifth. So halfway through, it's the Giants 3 and the Beaneaters nothing. It'll be Raymer, Lauterborn, and Wilhelm for the Beaneaters trying to get on the board here. And it's a dribbler. And attempt a risky play. No. We don't want the extra base. So McGinnity is unable to come up with the dribbler. Gets off with his bare hand and unable to get to play. So credit Raymer with an infield single. Give me over to first. Check on the runner. And he's back safely. Lauterborn up now, 1 for 1. 1-0 the count. And Web Gem. And it's going to be... Wow, and Devlin starts a 6-4-3 double play. Great diving stop by Devlin. Over to Gilbert for 1 and back to McGann for the double play. Oh no, it's not going to be a double play. They're saying that Lauterborn beat it out, but still, not great play nonetheless by Devlin. That play was definitely headed into the corner for extra bases. Instead, it's 1 out and 1 on for Wilhelm. 0 for 1. Strike 1. The count evens at 1, 1-1. And it's going to be a hot shot into the center field. And Wilhelm has himself a double. Lauterborn will stop at third. So runners on second and third with 1 out for the pitcher Frasor. I think we're going to play back. We're going to concede the run. Trade a run for an out. And strike 1 the count. Be a little aggressive here. And it's going to be a hit past Gilbert. Brown comes in. We're going to hold Wilhelm at third, so the Beaneaters are on the board. 3-1 game now. So runners at the corners for shortstop Aparicio. He's 0 for 2. And down the third base line, over second for 1, back to first. And no, not in time. Aparicio beats it out. The second run comes in as Wilhelm scores. It's a 3-2 game. Great effort by Devlin again, but Aparicio beat it out at first. Alright, Fred Tenney up now. 1 for 2. Ball 1. 2-0 the count. Count goes to 3-0. And 3-1 the count. And he's going to hit a fly ball to center.
2 runs, 3 hits.
Donlin will make the catch for the final out.
Complete. New York 3, Boston 2.
But the Beaneaters score 2, and it's now a 3-2 game. So the Giants are up now with Gilbert, McGinnity, and Donlin trying to get back those runs. And he strikes out. So 1 down. McGinnity. And hot shot for the pitcher. He gets his second hit, and he's going to go into second with a double. So McGinnity continues with his hot hitting. He gets 2 hits on the day now. So to bring up the top of the order, Donlin, who extended his hitting streak to 13 games in the first inning. So run in scoring position for Donlin. 2 for 3 on the day. 1-0 the count. Count evens at 1. And 2-1 the count. And it's going to be a hot shot to third. He comes up with it over to first. Again, he has to hold, so runner on second for George Brown. He's 3 for 3 on the day. Extended his hitting streak to 9 games. See if he can remain perfect on the day and get one of those runs back for the Giants. Foul ball on the first base line. So 1-1 the count. 1-2 the count. And he's going to hit one down the right field line, and the right fielder Wilhelm will make the catch.
5.5. New York 3, Boston 2.
So the Giants cling to a 1-run lead. Getting back on the hill. He's got 63 pitches through 5 full innings pitched. He'll face Delahanty, Magan, and Mertes. Delahanty is 1 for 2 on the day. And Delahanty hits this one a long way, but Mertes is able to track it down just shy of the track for the first out. Rip Cannell up now. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Hot shot down the first base line, but foul. And this one's going to fall in between Mertes and Donlin, and he'll get himself a 1-out triple. So Bresnahan goes out to talk to McGinnity. Looks like they're going to bring the infield in. So tying run on third with 1 down for the catcher Needham. Strike 1 the count. Swung at bad pitch there. And the count evens at 1. 1-2 the count. And he'll strike out. So a big strikeout for McGinnity, his second of the day. Infield can now go back to normal depth as there are 2 outs for Raymer, 1 for 2. And he hits one to Gilbert and makes a good play over to first, and that'll... Oh, what happened there?
1 hit, no errors.
Don't know what happened there. It looks like McGann did a little dance.
Boston 2.
Thought that was going to be an error there. I thought McGann might have dropped the ball, but the umpire says no, he held on. So the Giants maintain their 1-run lead as we're headed to the top of the 7th. Heart of the order for the Giants, Bresnahan, McGann, and Mertes. And a dribble back to behind the second base bag. Raymer is able to make the play over to Tenney for the first out. McGann up now. Extended his hitting streak to 8 games. His last time up. And he hits one to center field. And Cannell goes straight back and makes it catch at the warning track. So Mertes up now. Fly to deep down the right field line, fly down the left field line, and line to short. And he strikes out.
No hits, no errors. After 6.5. New York 3, Boston 2.
So the Giants go in order in the 7th. And here at the 7th inning stretch now. It'll be Lauderborn, Wilhelm, and Frasor, the bottom of the order. We'll see if Frasor gets to bat or if he's lifted for a pinch hitter. So Lauderborn up now, 1 for 2 in the day. And he gets under one here. And it looks like the third baseman, Devlin, will make the catch for the first out. Wilhelm up now, 1 for 2 on the day. And here a line drive to Donlin will make the catch for the second out. See if they're going to let Frasor hit here. They do. And it's going to be over to Dot.
No runs. No
McGann. He flips over to McGinnity.
After 7, New York 3, Boston 2.
The final out of the 7th. The Giants still lead by just one run, 3-2. Art Devlin will lead it off. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And he's going to hit from the center. And Canal runs a long way, but makes the catch for the first out. Bill Dallin up now, made some great plays in the field. Hitless on the day, 0 for 2. And he gets under one here. The shortstop is going to range into foul territory and make a catch for the second out. So if the Giants are going to do anything, it'll be up to Gilbert here to continue the inning. He's 0 for 2. Dribble to short. Oh, and a poor play by there by Abadicio, and going to be not in time as Gilbert beats it out. So poor play, poor route to the ball taken by Abadicio. And Gilbert's able to beat it out. See if the Giants can make him pay. So McGinnity up now, 2 for 3. We're going to leave him in as he's had success against Frasor today. 2 hits already. And ball 1 the count. 1-1. And count goes to 2-1. 3-1 the count on McGinnity. And a hot shot to the shortstop, but Abadicio will make the play. And that'll do it for the Giants.
After 7.5, New York 3, Boston 2.
And the Beaneaters come up, trailing by a run. McGinnity back out there, has thrown 87 pitches through 7 innings. Still looks strong. Top of the order, Abadicio up now, 0 for 3. And the dribble back to McGinnity. He'll throw it over to McGann, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Tenney up now, 1 for 3. And it's going to be hit to Gilbert, the second baseman. Score that a 4-3. So 2 up and 2 down for the Beaneaters. We have Jim Delahanty, 1 for 3. And a liner to center.
No hits.
And the Beaneaters go in order.
After 8, New York 3, Boston 2.
Alright, so the Giants trying to get some insurance runs here. Top of the order, Donlin leads it off. 2 for 4 in the day. Ball 1. And he gets under and pops it up behind the plate. Edom gives chase, but this one will be out of play. So 1-1. 2-1 the count. And it's going to drop in front of the right fielder, Wilhelm. So Donlin has himself a leadoff hit. I like that hit and run 7 there. I think I'm going to go with a hit and run. Brown has 3 hits today. Last time we tried a hit and run with the Brown and Donlin, it worked. So let's try it again. And it works again. Same thing happens. Donlin hits it to Brown, hits it to right, and Brown's got himself 4 hits on the day. So runners at the corners now with nobody out for Bresnahan. Great opportunity to tack on to the lead. Bresnahan's 1 for 4. Ball 1-0. 2-0 the count. Great hitters count now. And 2-1 the count. 3-1 the count. And count full now, 3-2. And it's a dribble at a second. No. I think they're going to go... Where are they playing in? I can't remember. We're not going to take a chance, though. No. Instead, they all just go to first. So it looked like they were getting ready to throw it home. But Brown, they only get one on the play, so it's runners on second and third with one out. So, good choice by the Giants not to go on that play, or else he probably would have been a dead duck. So McGann up now, 1 for 3. And they'll put him on. So the base is loaded for Sam Mertes now. Let's see, I think we're going to go with a pinch hitter here. Sammy Strang can play. So Sammy Strang is going to come in to pinch hit. Mr. Brody agrees with that. Mr. Miller has just arrived from a long, hard day at work. Come in the office, Mr. Miller. Mr. Brody's calling you in. You need some help on the play-by-play. So Strang up now. Runners, bases loaded. 1 out. Strike 1 the count. Gets under 1 here. And that'll be the second out of the inning as Tenney makes the catch. Devlin up now, 1 for 3. Base is still loaded. Ball 1, 1-0. He hits one behind the plate. This one looks like it's going to go out of play as Needham gives chase. And ball 2, 2-1 the count. Count evens at 2. And it's going to be a line to third, and that'll do it.
No errors.
So
and a half. New York 3, Boston 2.
So we head to the bottom of the ninth with the Giants leading the Beaneaters 3-2. McGinnity back up on the mound. He's had 93 pitches through 8 innings. Still going strong. This is 1905, so he'll continue to see if he can get a complete game here. He'll face Cannell, Needham, and Raymer. Cannell is 1 for 3 on the day. And we're missing a left fielder. Oh, yeah, okay. So we'll bring in Sammy Strang. Ooh, he's a defensive, kind of a defensive liability out there, but we'll see what he can do. Hopefully he won't cost us. It's a ball, 1-0. Count evens at 1. And it's going to be a single. So leadoff single for as Dahlen, who has been great all day, making plays left and right, makes a poor play here. And Cannell is on with the tying run. So Needham up now 0 for 3. Some action going in the Giants bullpen as Elliott begins to warm up. Spot Elliott warming up. Needham up now. Strike 1 the count. And a line to the third. Devlin will make the catch for the first out. So 1 out for Raymer, 1 for 3. Strike 1, 0-1. Count evens at 1. Ball 2, 2-1. And it's a dribbler that's short. Can they turn 2 over to second for 1? Back to first. And they turn 2, and that'll do it as the as the Giants hold on to defeat the Boston Beaneaters 3-2 and extend their hitting streak to 9 games.
The final score from South End grounds: New York 3, Boston 2. New York is on a 9-game winning streak. Boston has lost 6 in a row. Joe McGinnity is the winner. He is now
winning streak.
4-1. Chick Frasor picks up the loss. He is now 2-2 on the season.
I'll tell you why.
Time of the game: 1 hour, 57 minutes.
So they extend their winning streak to 9 games, and there's a reason why I mentioned that hitting streak, as 4 Giants extended their hitting streaks. The first 4 hitters all extended their hitting streaks for the Giants. So let's see it here. Let's see if I can get to that part here. Let's see. So Donlin extended his hitting streak to 13 games. Brown to 9 games. Bresnahan, the catcher, I believe, the 8 games. And McGann also, no, Bresnahan was 9 games too, I think. No, he might have been 8 games. But McGann, 8 games. So the first 4 hitters all extended their hitting streak to at least 8 games, and thus the Giants were able to extend their winning streak to 9 games. So there's no coincidence there, as all top 4 hitters, the first 4 hitters, all extended their hitting streak. So when you get those runners on, you know you're gonna win most of the time. So McGinnity improves his record to 4-1, pitches a complete game, 8 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Only struck out 2, but didn't walk anybody. And ERA falls to 1.43. Frasor takes the loss. He's 2-2.
Down goes Frasor. Down goes Frasor.
Not that.
Down goes Frasor.
Not that Frasor. As Mr. Miller, get your facts straight. Check with the interns. But Frasor does pitch a complete game, allow with 13 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. His ERA is now 2. Let's see here. So Donlin was 3 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. Brown was 4 for 5 with a RBI. Bresnahan 1 for 5, just enough to extend his hitting streak with an RBI. McGann 1 for 3, a couple of walks. McGinnity, the pitcher, helped his own cause, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Hitting stars for the Beaneaters, not really much going on there. Cannell was 2 for 4. And Avicio and Frasor both each had an RBI. So let's check the rest of the hold on here. Here's your pitching summary. There's your miscellaneous. There's your score sheet for New York. Score sheet for the Beaneaters. And there's your recap on the day. There's your play-by-play if you'd like to peruse that, or just stop at your leisure. So that'd be it, as the New York Giants improved to a record of 13-5 now. They've won 8 straight games. Or 9 straight, is that 9? 9 straight games, sorry. Let's check here. Yeah, 9 games. As they went from 4-5 to 13-5. And they're in first place, tied with the Chicago Cubs. But percentage points above them, as the Cubs are 14-6, so they're technically in first place. Philadelphia Phillies are a game behind at 12-6. Pittsburgh's in third, with a record of 10-9. American League, the Chicago White Sox are ahead with a record of 14-4, followed by the Boston Pilgrims, have a record of 12-6. So that's it. We'll see you in the next game, when looks like they're going to be starting a series. Actually, they're going to be playing the Beaneaters again. Looks like. Let's check the schedule here. So yeah, they'll be starting another series with the Beaneaters, but this time they'll be coming to New York and playing it, and the Giants will be playing at home against them. So they'll start a. Let's get back to the schedule here. So hold on. So the Giants, yeah, there'll be a 1-game, 2-game. Looks like a 3-game series against the. No, it looks like only a 2-game series. Yeah, just a short 2-game series against the Giants. I mean, against the Beaneaters again. And then they'll have the 7th off, and then they'll start another series. Goodness, against the Beaneaters again. What kind of a schedule did they have in 1905? Wow. So it'll be a Beaneaters extravaganza the next week or so. So we'll probably have to break that up and play a game, another matchup there, as you guys will probably get sick of watching the Giants pummel the Beaneaters. So, but anyway, so that's it.
We'll start at high noon and we'll be in business and discussion.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Miller, for that commentary there. So that's it. So me and Mr. Brody and Mr. Miller are signing off from our worldwide headquarters in Gardner, Massachusetts. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye.